Been a while since we talked about the iPhone SE 2022, and I bought another one. I shared this in a community post on YouTube not too long ago, and it finally showed up like yesterday. So this phone, probably you shouldn't buy one. And mostly I'm crazy. I still like this phone. It has a special place in my heart, even though I have my iPhone 15 Pro Max, which is a good phone. I've largely had a pretty good experience with my iPhone 15 Pro Max, other than some iOS issues, and then of course AirDrop basically fails on me every day when I try to use it. I have to reset my phone and then try and AirDrop again, and then it'll work, and then I try and do it again later, and then it will fail again. So I don't know what's so special about me and AirDrop, but it never wants to work. Anyway, so the iPhone SE 2022. We're probably due for a refresh. There's a lot of rumors going around what we might see next, but is this still worth using in 2024? It's 2 years old now. Actually, it's approaching 2 years old. This phone is actually 4 years old. There hasn't been a lot of changes since the iPhone SE 2020, and they did a little bit of a refresh, gave it a new chip so we could get 5G, basically left everything else intact. But it still has a lot of value for folks who might be using it, and definitely if you are interested in buying one, do not buy one from Apple because they're charging $429 brand new for 64 gigabytes of storage. 128 gigabytes of storage, they charge $479, and over $500 for a 256 gig model of this phone. This one that I got, I picked up off of eBay for like 170 bucks. It's in excellent condition. It just has some surface abrasions on the screen. It has 128 gigabytes of storage and 99% overall battery health. So I felt pretty good with that purchase. So if you're interested in picking one up, definitely go like the eBay route, or try and find one refurbished cheap somewhere, because these things are not worth $400 or $500. And definitely don't get the 64 gigabyte. Now, I am having one issue because I have a 256 iPhone 15 Pro Max, and then I think I have the 512. Whatever, I got a lot of storage. And then on this one, I got the 128. I thought that would be enough. Been having to delete some things. But here's the thing. For me, an iPhone is a secondary phone. I don't like iPhone very much. For whatever reason, this one has always captured my attention. I've always liked this form factor. I like Touch ID, all that stuff. Like, an iPhone for me is not I have to have the latest and greatest, the big and the best. The only reason I buy them every year is because I record my videos with them. As you can see, I'm not recording my videos with the iPhone anymore. I'm using a real camera, which is causing some pain points trying to figure out how to do this and get the autofocus to work properly, because it just sporadically just likes to refocus sometimes. But anyway, hopefully I edited all those out of the video because there's been a few moments. But anyway, yeah, I'm not recording with the iPhone 15 Pro Max anymore, which means I am free from actually having to record my videos with an iPhone. So I'm very happy about that. And that means that I can just have a rinky-dink little $150, $200 iPhone for iMessage from my kids on my secondary phone number, so I can use Apple Pay, so I can send them Apple Cash, so they can ask me for money, and so that I can play the iMessage games with them and stuff like that. Like, I don't really use an iPhone that much. I like having one as a secondary phone just so I have access to the ecosphere, just so I can keep up to date on some of the family apps and family controls and permissions and payment systems and all that stuff. But by and large, I don't really see the need to buy an $1,100 iPhone. And I'm not trying to discredit anybody that does. I think it's a good phone. I think there's a lot of value in them. I respect their products, even though I don't like the company themselves very much. But if you use one, that's great. Like, most people carry an iPhone nowadays. I have a large family, not all blood, like same parents, no twins. There are 9 of us. And every one of them, but me, uses an iPhone as a primary phone. And unfortunately, I was kind of forced to have to use a regular iPhone as a primary phone for the last couple of months. 1, because of eSIM. 2, because of all the health stuff going on with my mom, who unfortunately passed away a month ago. But with my large family, and then my mom had 5 different siblings, and it's like spouses. And, there was a lot of group messages going on, needing to update information, sending people stuff, setting schedules for care, all sorts of things. So unfortunately, due to the circumstances, I was stuck with my iPhone a lot longer than I wanted to be, but it was for a good reason. So now that I'm able to have a iPhone that you can take a SIM card in and out of again, which really makes me happy, drives me crazy that the iPhone 15 and 14 series are eSIM only. I think it's garbage. But anyway, so I am going to carry this as my secondary phone again for the foreseeable future. But it also allows me to take my SIM card out when I need to carry around a secondary Android phone, because I'm actually testing multiple phones right now. So I like the SE. I like that it's portable. I like that it's lightweight. I like it's easy to use one-handed. You can do point and shoot camera shots with decent lighting with no problems whatsoever. It works well. I mean, as long as you're not trying to record YouTube videos and you're not trying to shoot amazing selfie videos, so it works good with FaceTime. The battery life is okay. Historically, I get about 5 hours of screen on time with this phone. And as a secondary phone, it actually lasts me all day. So plus I like having the Apple Watch whenever I travel. But lately I've been using my Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, which I actually like a lot. It may be my favorite watch. Might be time for a refresh video on that. But I just wanted to talk about this phone again. I mean, it's 2024. It's about 2 years old. We're due for a refresh. A lot of people still actually watch my iPhone SE videos, which is really surprising because there still seems to be some interest in this phone. So I'm not the only crazy person, and I ordered another blue Nomad leather case. For this case has been floating around. You can still get them new in the box on eBay, but that's great. You can get accessories for this so cheap. You can get screen protectors for like 10 bucks. You can get cases like 10 bucks. You can even get a battery extender case that gives you extra battery life. And again, like I said, the regular primary camera, it's not terrible. The screen, it's fine, 4.7 inches. You get Touch ID, and you get access to all of the Apple ecosphere, and you can do this for less than 200 bucks. And yeah, at $429, definitely don't buy it. Totally not worth it. But if you can get a 128 gigabyte version of this phone for less than 200 bucks, it's still got a couple years left that you can use it. If you're happy with this body style, if you don't like the bigger, bulkier iPhones, if you don't want to spend $1,000, $800 on an iPhone, but you want to have access to all the things, you want to use an Apple Watch, you want to connect it and use it with iMessage, you want to use it with your iPad, you want to use it with your MacBook. For certain folks, which I know is kind of a dwindling amount of folks, but I think there's still folks that can find value in this. And if you're still using one, maybe you still enjoy it and you're waiting for the next big thing. Of course, I'm sure that it will not have Touch ID, which is going to be a pain point for some folks. Face ID has gotten really, really, really good. So I don't have a whole lot of problems. Face ID is pretty seamless for me nowadays, but I still prefer to just grab my phone, press Touch ID, open my screen, press Touch ID for using Apple, just for everything. I love Touch ID. So even on my S24 Ultra, I don't set up face registration. Like, I do it when I test it for Face ID to see how good it is with the facial recognition. But normally when I set up phones and I carry them, I don't use facial recognition. I just use touch recognition. I like the fingerprint scanners. That's how I prefer to use it. I hate every time I pull it up, it's like scanning for face. Couldn't scan face. I just like Touch ID. So this phone still has a lot to offer for me for the dollar value that I got it for. I know it's kind of crazy. I know most people are going to be like, you're an idiot, you're stupid, whatever. Why are you wasting your money on that? But hey, 160, 170 bucks. I'm happy about this. I'm very happy about having this phone back. So anyway, that's all I got in this video. If you have any questions or comments, please go to the comment section. I know there will be some. And I know probably won't get a lot of views on this video. I don't really care. I just wanted to make this because, hey, iPhone SE 2022 in 2024, I know folks will find value in this. Hopefully it's helpful. Hopefully gives you some information you might be looking for and lets you get some insight as to why somebody would still buy this phone when all the other phones that are so much better are available. So anyway, that's all I got. Like I said, go to the comment section. We'll talk there. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and a little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.